What's up everybody? Welcome back to another vlog. Today is a great day because I was able to break down the numbers for January just because I wanted to go over and see exactly what we picked up under contract, also what we spent to find our deals, how many people we contacted, and just a slew of other things that I just wanted to look over and see what we were doing with the entire month. Where was the money going? Where was the money being spent? And what did we get back for all of the efforts that we had? So in order to start it off, number one, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what happened today. So this morning I was able to send out some text messages. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to go through them. I had my partner go through them because I had a personal emergency that I had to get to today. Nothing big, just something that happened in my family that I had to deal with. But we really didn't get anything out of it. I was able to look over the numbers and see, who texted us and what happened in the text messages, which worked out pretty good. We didn't really get anything significant, no follow-ups or anything like that. Just a plain old day. As far as February goes though, we've sent already almost 3,000 text messages and it's only the 4th day of the first week in February. So not too bad for the week or starting it off. So we're gonna get back to what happened in January. So January was a short month for us because the first week was New Year's. I was on vacation with my family. So I didn't really get a lot done the first week of January. And then the first real full week of January, we then started our whole marketing. But I still didn't really start off with a huge bang. I started off with just one little list. I skip traced it for you guys and basically started knocking on one list so that way we can try to see if we could pull a deal out of it. Now, unfortunately, I didn't pull a deal out of that one list, which is fine because some of the people that we might have hit now are just not ready yet. So we're just going to continue to attack that list until we get something out of it. But that's why we also don't just target 1 or 2 lists or 200 to 300 people. We try to target as many people as possible. That way we can possibly get a deal. We also continue to follow up with our follow-ups. That way we can continue to pull out deals because the follow-ups that you guys build up, those follow-ups are key to your success because you're not always going to be calling and finding deals right off the bat that are ready to close right now. You will find some, I'm going to say the majority of the time, say about 70% of all your deals are going to be most likely follow-ups. Whether it's a follow-up from a month from now or a follow-up from a year from now or a follow-up from 2 years from now. You never know where these follow-ups could end up leading you and what they could end up bringing you. So the totals on January on what we spent $846.95. So $846 on all the marketing that we did. And what did that marketing go to? We sent out 5,563 text messages with 1,103 incoming text messages. We also did about 2,600 ringless voicemails, give or take. I don't have an exact number on it because the service that I use is really terrible at tracking it. I just kind of winged it on how much I think I spent or how many I think I sent, but I think I spent actually a little bit more than that. Now, phone calls, we made 10,165 phone calls. My biggest month in phone calling so far. I've never hit 10,000. Over the summer when we only had a single line dialer, we were doing, with the cold caller, we were doing about 2,500 a month to 3,000. When I was cold calling with just me and my partner, we were doing maybe 1,200 a month. So the fact that we're at literally 10 times more than what we were before tells me that we are heading in the right direction and that we need to continue with our phone calling. I'm hoping that the month of February, we'll be able to reach 15,000 phone calls. But that's another story. We were able to contact 327 correct owners with those phone calls. We also had 420 incoming phone calls. I told you guys before I like to track the incoming phone calls because that's a metric that Tom Kroll uses. So how many incoming phone calls do you need before you get a deal? And so for me, I think every 200 incoming phone calls I end up with a deal. But this month I only ended up with one deal, but it was a slamming deal. And also I have another deal, but we'll get to that in a minute. You guys probably saw it on yesterday's vlog. We picked up 61 follow-ups from all these efforts, with one currently under contract and ready to close, which is already assigned. So there goes the numbers for January. Now January was kind of weird because some days we were marketing and some days we weren't. It wasn't like a consecutive every day, 7 days a week of marketing. We only marketed Monday through Friday, and the last, 3-4 days of January, I didn't really market anything. We did some cold calling, and sometimes my cold caller was not working. So like the consistency of how much marketing we were sending out wasn't like, we weren't at 100%, that's for sure. If we were marketing for 3 weeks straight, Monday through Friday, that's only like 15 days. So 15 plus or minus days of real actual work went into all this effort. So with that being said, I mean, I'm sure that we can do a lot more, but there's only so much that we can all do because we all have our normal lives to live, number one. But number two is there's only so much you can do in a day. I wish there was like 40 hours in a day, but there isn't. So that's why sometimes you have to pick and choose what's more important for you to do right now. Like, yeah, marketing is important for me, but what was even more important for me was to go driving for dollars. I needed the driving for dollars because it's how I'm gonna build myself out and give myself more people to call. If I can call everybody in my entire database within a month and a half of actual real work, between calling, sending text messages, ringless voicemails, and all that stuff, that means I don't have enough people, because I want to be able to hit everybody at least once every 2 months. I know that might sound a little far-fetched, that why would I want to hit so many people in 2 months worth of time versus every single month, because your list will get played out and people won't want to pick up anymore. At least if I can schedule it out where it gives some time in between lists, that way maybe if they're not interested right now, they might be interested later. And then at the same time, I was using a lot of time to kind of rebuild our entire marketing campaign, rebuild our marketing back to our follow-ups, rebuild our marketing back to our inbound marketing with all the phone numbers that we have now. At this moment in time, I think I have like 6 phone numbers, and I'm going to add about 15 to 20 more phone numbers. And it seems like a lot, but when it all comes down to it, if I have 30 phone numbers, it only costs me $30 a month. It's $1 per phone number. Then the actual usage on the lines are really cheap. I mean, what are they, like 0.04? It's like a quarter of a cent per minute. So I can be on the phone for 4 minutes and it's still not a cent. So imagine let's say if you were on the phone, we're averaging like 2,000 to 3,000 minutes. Outgoing phone calls from Mojo don't count on anything. It's unlimited. So let's say even if you had 2,000 to 3,000 incoming minutes per month, you'd only spend about $5 in actual phone minutes. So if you're like between $5 to $20 a month with all the incoming minutes, and then the text messaging is also super dirt cheap. I know I'm not even paying 1 cent per text message. I'm pretty sure that you could run this entire phone system with 30 phone lines, with a ton of different markets that you're hitting. Let's say you got like 10,000 people that you're hitting. You could probably use all the marketing on this thing, on like REI Reply and Twilio is what I'm speaking of, and you could probably spend like maybe 50 to $100 a month. You're pulling in deals left and right. Not only that, you're following up with current follow-ups that are going to be interested later, and you're building up an enormous pipeline that's going to start basically creating a tidal wave of incoming deals. Now, with all that being said, and all of everything that has happened for the month of January, I was really happy. Now, the deals that we closed in January were obviously not from the 30-day challenge. They all were rollovers from last year, and we were able to make about $119,000 for the month. Fantastic. First month ever made over 100 grand. This month in February, the only thing that I'm having from the 30-day challenge is that one deal that you guys saw that the house wasn't too bad. Now for the month of February, you guys got to see the deal from yesterday, which is a total mess. That house is destroyed, but we already assigned it. We assigned it within, I don't know, not even like 10 minutes of leaving that property. Went right back to one of my good repeat buyers. Same one that's been buying a lot of the junky properties that I have, and they picked it up immediately. It came with a free lot. It's not really free, but it basically came with a lot for the same price. And then we went and sold that lot for like $12,000. The guy ended up coming back to us and saying, hey, you know what, I want 45 for the house. So I mean, I was like, you know, whatever. Yeah, 45,000 is what he wants for the house. Then so be it. We're still making $19,500 from the house, and it's gonna close in like 2 weeks. It's vacant, doesn't need anything. I'm pretty sure the title's gonna come back clean because the lady's owned it for over like 40 years. So we shouldn't have any type of issues that would prevent us from closing on it, but you never know. You know, everything's different. Nothing is for certain in life. Then on top of that, we got another big land deal that's closing soon. It's for like $75,000. We're gonna end up with 50 because we partnered up with another wholesaler. And if you're watching this video, you know who you are, Mr. Wholesaler. I won't mention him by name, but he runs a Facebook group. He's a great, awesome person. It's funny, we've never even met in person yet. We're gonna break bread together on this deal, which is also awesome, man. I want you guys to bring me deals. I wanna make deals happen with you. I can't do everything for you guys. That's the honest to God truth. If you guys wanna go out there and start marketing and start trying to bring in deals, even if it's not with me, team up with some of your local wholesalers. Hit up some of your local wholesalers. Say, hey man, if I have a deal, can I come to you to help me move it? I know you got buyers. That's one thing I'm struggling with. The funny thing is, the majority of my buyers, I found them on Facebook. Or when I had my bandit signs out, they would call my bandit signs and said, hey, put me on your buyers list. Or even through word of mouth, through being on the Facebook groups, through going to meetings. I have met a ton of buyers, and I've met private money guys. I've met basically a slew of people just by networking. Don't be scared. Talk to these people. They want you to win. The ones who don't want you to win, it's because they suck. That's why they don't want you to win. They have the scarcity mentality where they think, oh, if I help this guy out, he's going to become better than me. He's going to take food off my table. If that's the issue, man, then you suck completely. That's my honest to God truth. Because a lot of you know, if you guys hit me up on Instagram, if you guys write me on YouTube, some of you guys have my personal number, I will help you out the best that I can. I'm not going to start marketing deals for you or looking for deals for you or help you hold your hand while, you know, finding a deal. A lot of you guys have found deals on your own and hit me up. Hey man, I need a buyer for this. Can you help me out? And if I can, I'll say yes. If I can't, I'll tell you no. And that's just the way it is. But as long as you keep pushing forward on your own, you're gonna accomplish whatever your goal is. So enough about my ranting and raving, whining and crying, and and just whatever else mumbo jumbo that's coming out of my mouth. Today has been just another day in the life of a wholesaler. Just trying to stay consistent, trying to keep marketing, trying to hit as many people as possible, and hopefully over the next 300 and however many days we have left of this year, we have like 330. Hopefully we can turn this year into $1 million year. I'm going to keep saying it because I want you guys to hold me accountable, because if I don't make $1 million this year, if I only make like $500,000, I want you guys to be like, hey Dan, what happened to making $1 million? Because I want to be held accountable. I want to speak it out into the universe. That way it's known to all my friends, family, and followers of what my goal is. And I hope I reach it. I'm sure I will. I'm very confident in it. And if I don't, so be it. Let's see how close I can get to it. So that's it for today, guys. I don't really have much else going on. Tomorrow's going to be a brand new day. Hopefully we can pick something else on the contract. Got a couple other videos that I want to make as far as cold calling and driving for dollars. And maybe I'll even show you guys a little bit of my data scrubbing of what tools do I use in order to kind of like list stack without having to pay a list stacking service or a VA to do it. It is time consuming, but if you learn how to do it and you teach somebody how to do it, then you don't have to do it anymore. So thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, got some value out of it, as well as got some information about what happened to me for January. And I'll see you guys on the next vlog. Take it easy.